second video for the day. I got bit up. Mosquitoes got me. I've been watching the documentary or the series Pan Am 103, the plane that went down and was bombed in '88 over Scotland. It's really interesting. It's a really good series. Obviously, there's things added to it to dramatize it, but all in all, I like getting into series like that, especially after things that are made after true events. And it's really sad. It's sad to watch. Just in reference to the government. And that's in '88. We're in 2026 now. It's 10 times worse. It's not better. It's not better, unfortunately. It's crazy to see within the government, you have different agencies. And unfortunately, although they work for the same country, they work against each other. It's crazy. And they withhold information from each other based off the responsibilities that the certain entities or agencies carry. But at the end of the day, isn't the ultimate goal to help create a better system for the country the agencies are within? I mean, I understand there's a lot of big responsibilities. I'm well aware of that. I'm well aware of that. I understand that. That's why I'd like to get more involved in certain things like that, just so I have an understanding, not because I want to go in and tell people how to do their job, but I just want to have an understanding. I like to have understandings of things, so I can kind of piece it together in my head all together, make it make sense. That's just kind of how my mind's operated. And without a doubt, I'm well aware that there's some kind of presence of agencies and government in my walk for whatever reason. It's crazy to me. I still have a hard time wrapping my head around that we live in a world with government enforcement and government agencies and 3-letter digits that can come into people's lives and attack them or create chaos around them, create hardships, difficulties, manufactured in the back end, but not actually come and have a physical conversation with the person of interest in reference to whatever it is they're doing on the sidelines. It's crazy to me. Like, if we now live in a world where very high people, very powerful people with a lot of dinero and a lot of pull within this atmosphere, within this country, can go into people's lives, just innocent, regular American people's lives. And I know that this is happening to other people. I see it. Whether it's happening to their businesses being audited, unwarranted. I've seen that too. All kinds of different things, right? But we live in a country now where we have our own government in different ways working against us and not doing things lawfully with the judicial system in the proper way. If you have plausible evidence or plausible reasoning as to do whatever it is on the sidelines that create these types of situations and these circumstances where you create underground things within a life, you pull people in, you create actors within lives, you create circumstances and situations, you create chaos, you create psychological and mental warfare, you could create financial hardships intentionally, all to ploy on psychological warfare to get somebody to act out or do something out of character or whatever the case might be. Or actually, better yet, they do these different things to make it to where you do something bad, where then they do have a reason to come in and they do then have a reason to do whatever it is they're going to do with you. That's what happens when you get put in the system. You become fed plants. You become pawns, patsies, scapegoats. It's all very sick, truthfully. It's sad. It's sad. Because at the end of the day, I don't understand what happened to just the true law system, the true judicial system. When did we get where we're now a country that does everything in the dark, in the sidelines, speculate, conspiracy theories, false narrations, create havoc in the world, not just in an individual's life, but in the world, to avoid accountability. Like, oh, maybe we had it wrong. Maybe we should have done a little bit more digging. Maybe we should have done a little bit more investigating before we took so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so's word, and so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so is connected to so-and-so. It's just crazy to me, and this is how it operates. That's where it comes from. It's all a matter of who you know, how much money you got. And it's like, at the end of the day, you recognize you walk amongst a world such as this. But if people are incapable, no matter who they are, no matter what they're affiliated with, no matter what their badge is, if they're incapable of following the system in the proper way, in due process that has been created for that reasoning, for the American people to have their rights, not be stripped of them in the dark. If you are on whatever side of the fence or a part of whatever organization, and you find yourself in the areas of doing these types of things and these types of antics, you have to ask yourself, what are you really fighting for? True. There are so many bigger things right now that can be discussed in reference to the economy, in reference to changing it. I mean, there's so many little things that we can be doing. Big organizations, little organizations, just general Americans that could be helping the system right now. It's not even funny. Even in the non-profit sphere, that's what I told I have the desire in the next 10 years to open up my own nonprofit. I have no other intentions in opening a business. I will open up a nonprofit. I have certain things that I've dreamt about and thought about in reference to that, but it's going to take time, no doubt. I'm just locked in and getting my own place. But it's just something that came to me, I'm well aware that there's some kind of pull in reference to accusations and certain things in the back end that's been following me for some time now. And it all stemmed from when I resigned from that company. I'm well aware of that. But it was there before I even resigned. And they know that, and I know that, and it is what it is. And I feel as though, in different ways, based off the economy, based off the world that we all find ourselves living in different ways, how can you not say we're all under attack, if that's a word that you want to use? I mean, at the end of the day, what happens to me, what has been happening to me, it might not be on the full front for everybody quite to the level, but in different ways, you're going through the exact same thing I'm going through, where you're not receiving the full truth. You're not receiving the full picture. You're not receiving the full evidence. You're not receiving the full accusations. I mean, we can go down this list. Charlie Kirk, Epstein, this war, the economy. I mean, literally in every nation, in every state within this nation, globally or nationally. And so it's one of those things, like, you just have to look at the big picture and just go into your day. If you know you're doing right, you have nothing to hide. You just live your day and be a good person and allow the chips to fall how they fall. Allow people to play their cards how they're going to play it. You can't worry yourself with that. All you can worry about is yourself. You just